I know a bunch of you guys know me already, but anyway, I'm Danny. Electric guitar player. Well, basically been playing for 10 years now. My thing is effects pedals. I don't know quite why they drew me in as much as they did, and sometimes I regret it because it's been a very expensive and not a fruitless endeavor, but it's been fun. It's been good. My draw to effects pedals is really because when you look at amp design, there's sort of a lot of things that they do and they have to do, and there's a lot of ways they sort of design amplifiers. They design them to be safe electronically. Now, even from starting with the 50s and the 60s, when effects pedals sort of started to kind of come into play, guys who were designing effects pedals weren't really concerned with being safe electronically or safe sound-wise. Like, even starting from the 60s, the fuzz pedals that came out of the 60s were insane. Like, I'll demonstrate my Shin A Super Fuzz in a bit. But even in the 60s, fuzz pedals started getting crazy. Like basically octave effects, weird phasing effects started coming in the 70s. Like basically pedal designers aren't afraid to sort of push the envelope of what you can do sound-wise. So it sort of created this sort of culture of mixing and matching different pedals to sort of get your own sort of tone. And that was basically what sort of drew me into how cool pedals are. Is you can basically shape your tone by cascading these different effects into each other. So that's what I want to talk about tonight. Basically, we can kind of go over whatever you guys want to do. But I mean, I'm going to go over sort of my pedal board and how I sort of have all these interacting with each other. And then I'm going to sort of go into what each effect is sort of doing for me and sort of go from there. Another big part of it is building the actual board, the gigging board. So I can go over some stuff like that. As you can see, I've got it relatively neat on here so that I can basically unplug it, put it away, and go to the next gig or whatever. So that's effects pedals. So the focus of my clinic tonight isn't necessarily to be like, you should buy this, you should buy this, you should buy this. You know, I don't want to sort of enforce things that you need to buy. I mean, I know that I'm a music store and I need to sell a product to stay in business, but that's not sort of the way I attack this thing. I think you should learn how to make do with what you got, and maybe even make your own stuff, which I can show you in a little bit. But I guess to sort of start, we can kind of go through my effect rig, and I'll sort of show you just sort of the different kind of pedals that I have on the board, just to sort of give you sort of the crash course in what each thing does. And I was thinking about the best way to do this because all my pedals sort of interact with each other. So I think I'm going to go back to front, starting with reverb. So let's do that.